Welcome, one and all, to the Adelaide Convention Centre, and welcome to the most significant land auction that South Australia will see for many, many years, the magnificent Ayers House. Testimony to the significance of today's auction is the presence of the Minister of Public Infrastructure, the Right Honourable Mr Michael Armitage, who is our vendor on behalf of the government and the people of South Australia. A special welcome to you, Minister, and thank you for the instructions to act for you today. My name's Leo Redden. I represent Wesfarmers Landmark, and I have the privilege of being your auctioneer. You know, Ayers House has continually evolved over the past 155 years, from a humble brick home on Town Acre number 30 to the significant landmark and entertainment icon that it is today in South Australia. This evolution will be completed in approximately 6 weeks' time, when the finishing touches are put to a $1.2 million restoration under the Centenary of Federation grants being made available. I feel that our former 5 times Premier of South Australia, Sir Henry Ayres, would be well pleased with the results of his 2 lifetime passions of his working life. The solid foundations he laid for our young state and for Ayers House have seen both flourish beyond his wildest imagination. While architects of today are respected and revered for their use of modern technology and the latest and the greatest in building materials, I wonder how they will be judged in 155 years. Ayers House was built in an era of craftsmen, not tradesmen. This was an era when fathers passed their uncompleted work onto their sons, an era when the only benchmark that counted was quality, and they were not restricted by budgets and timelines. The format for today's auction, for those of you unfamiliar with the process, is simply this. I'll highlight the features of the contract on display. You will hear in plain language the standard rules of auction, and then I'll ask for any questions that you might have at that time. After your questions, I'll highlight a few features of the property that perhaps you've not thought about before, and then I'll call for that all-important opening bid to kick the sale away. So if everyone's comfortable, let's go. The sale documents we use today, the Standard Real Estate Institute contract note and Form 1 vendor statement, have been on display here at the place of auction for the past 30 minutes and for the past 3 clear business days at our office, as is required by the Act. The terms of this contract, as usual, require a cash unconditional sale, and no calling off period applies in an auction contract. Upon the fall of the hammer, the successful purchaser will be asked to step forward, sign those documents as displayed, and pay a deposit of 10% of the purchase price. Now, the balance of that purchase money is due on the settlement date, which is flexible through 30 days all the way through to 120 days, as it suits you. The property consists of 1 freehold title. It's described in Certificate of Title Reference, Volume 5147, Folio 367, and it's better known as 287 to 300 North Terrace, Adelaide. And what it's really known as is the magnificent Ayers House. Zoned CA16, East End Precinct by the City of Adelaide and under State Heritage Register, the inclusions and exclusions of today's sale are really quite standard, and they are listed in the contract note on display for your perusal. The Form 1 vendor statement provides full disclosure of all legal matters affecting the title, including a very attractive lease and 4 rights of way, none of which interrupt the normal enjoyment of this classic property. The successful purchaser has a legal interest in the property from the fall of the hammer. So if you are the lucky buyer today, I strongly recommend that you take out a cover note to protect your interest from today's date. Now, if you don't have access to an insurance broker today, we are happy to write that business through our national network of Wesfarmers Federation insurance agencies. All up, very simple, very straightforward sale documentation. The rules of auction. Now, these rules are in place to benefit and protect both vendor and purchaser, and they enable a smooth transfer of the freehold title through the auction system. There will be a reserve price for the property, and the highest bidder approved at or above that reserve will be the purchaser. If any dispute arises as to the highest or the last bid, I will resolve that dispute or re-offer the property for auction. The bidding increases will be at a sum nominated by me as your auctioneer, and no bids can be retracted. As your auctioneer, I reserve the right to refuse any bid that I deem not to be in my vendor's best interests. bidding today, of course, on a GST exclusive basis. The contracts are drafted that way, and we are selling as a going concern under a commercial contract. The vendor reserves the right, firstly, to bid through himself or his agent up to that reserve price, and secondly, to withdraw the property at any time without disclosing that reserve. Now, I think it's important that we pause at this moment to check that everyone's comfortable with the legal process and the auction conditions that we're about to enter into. Is everybody comfortable? Are there any questions at all?
Yeah, I've got a question.
Okay, how about we do it this way? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll start with the gentleman here on my right.
Thanks, Mr. Auctioneer. It's my understanding that under the heritage of the City of Adelaide, that such listed properties such as Ayers House, that the public, if they request, cannot be denied access to them. Is that in fact correct?
No, that is not correct. Simple answer. There are various levels of state heritage listing, and access to this property is not denied. Thank you. Now, I think you were number 2.
My turn now?
Absolutely. Fire away.
I understand there's a restaurant leasing part of this property.
Yes.
If I was to buy Ayers House, would that entitle me to free meals?
That's a good question. I asked the same one when we listed the place. If I auction it, am I entitled to it? The same answer, no. Number 3. Oh, I think everyone in the room wants that. Is everybody comfortable with that? Terrific. Earlier we discussed the history, the architecture and the integrity of this grand Adelaide landmark. And I know that all of you appreciate those features just as much as I do. But I also know that what really gets the attention of bank managers, accountants and financial planners is a sound investment with a really good long-term capital gain potential. And that's what we see here today. Now, I can see some serious investors in my gallery of buyers today, so now is not the time for lengthy dissertations about ornate decorative friezes and mantelpieces and landscaped gardens. Now is the time for serious investment decisions. The short and long-term investment credentials of Ayers House make this decision, in stockbrokers' terms, a strong recommend to buy. The existing lease, with over 2 years to run, not only shows a net return of $240,000 per annum, but generous annual reviews of 5% are very attractive given our low inflationary economy. The longer-term future of our tenants looks very positive also. Having won multiple awards, Ayers House Conservatory and Restaurants are a benchmark for quality dining in Adelaide and for function managements. So synonymous with quality is the Ayers House brand name that many of their bookings are taken years in advance. And I know of at least 2 couples that have extended their engagement period for 6 and 12 months just so they could celebrate here. The same rules of property investment apply at Ayers House as apply everywhere else in the world. Position is paramount, and so is the quality of the neighbours. Ayers House position is unparalleled in Adelaide. The neighbours read like the who's who of untouchable government-owned assets, which until today included Ayers House, the State Library and Museum, the Art Gallery of South Australia, the University of South Australia and the Botanic Gardens, just to name a few. In the past 5 years, 7,000 potential new customers for these restaurants have moved into Adelaide's East End precinct, and the new Garden East project is a little 3-minute walk around the corner. It's often said that you can't have your cake and eat it too. Well, I think Ayers House proves this to be a myth. While the pursuit of beauty and culture is usually the domain of generous, rich patrons of the arts, you can put your name alongside of Sir Henry Ayres in South Australia's history books and still get a pat on the back from the accountant for having made a very sound investment choice. Now, I know that many of you have thought long and hard about a price that you're prepared to pay for Ayers House, and I'm not here to preempt that price. After all, yours are the opinions that truly matter. You will be the judges of value today, not I. So what we're going to do is we're going to call for a very low bid to kick the auction away, and we'll see where the bidding takes us from there. Is there $2.5 million? $2
million Australian dollars.
$2 million Australian dollars. Well, that's what we're taking bids in today, sir, and it might not count for much overseas, but we'll run with it today. $2 million to you, sir, and I wish you all the very best of luck, but I doubt you'll hold it at that. $2 million, I've got to the bid, to the offer. $2 million, bid, bid, two. Here we go. At $2 million, bid, two, and I'll take $100,000 rises from here, and I've got $2 million on the right-hand side and 2.1. At 2.1, bid, 2.1, you're gone, sir. At 2.1 million, 2,100,000 at 2 million two. Thank you, sir. At 2 million two. Great to see you join the action. And 3, 2 million 3, 2 million 3, bid, 2 million. Sorry, sir. 2 million 3, getting plenty of hundreds at the moment, but I'll get back to you if we need to. 2 million 3, I've got 2 million 3 and 4. 2 million 4, but 2 million 4 and 5. Thank you, sir. And 2 million 5 and 6. That's the way they came, sir. 2,600,000 a bid. 2 million 7. At 2 million 7, but 2 million 7 the offer. 2,700,000 and 8. 2,800,000 and 9. Square it, sir. At 2,900,000, you're out. At 2,900,000, is it a bid, sir? At 3 million, I've got. What a beautiful round figure it is, isn't it? 3 million, bit of it, 3 the money, 3 the offer, $3 million. Sorry, sir? I'll take it this time, let's go. 3,050,000 bid, 3.1, 3 million 1, 3,100,000 and 150 now, 3,150,000, 3.2, 3,200,000, 3,250, 3,250 and 3 million 3 against you still, 3,300,000 a bid, at 3,300,000, gone left, gone right.
25.
3,300,000, sir, and I'll take you 25. Let's go at that. 3,325 and 3,350 on high. Down below. 3,350. Sorry, sir. Okay, let's go. 3,3.4. I've got 3,375,000 against you, and I'll give you a little moment to talk. How's that? 3,375,000 on high, 3,375,000, 3.4 and 3.25, 3.425, 3,425,000 the bid and the offer, 3,450,000 now. Down below, confirm the bid, please, sir. 3,450,000 I've got. At 3,450,000, ladies and gentlemen, don't give up here on me. $3,450,000. It's Anzac Day tomorrow. They never gave up. Never. 3,450,000, you're out, sir, at 3,450,000 for another 25, is it? 3,460,000, 3,460,000 bid of it, 3,460,000 and 70 and 80, 3,480,000 the bid at 3,480,000 quickly, at 3,480,000 and 90 at 3,490,000. Now you're out to the left, you're out to the right at 3,490,000. At 3,490,000, the question is, are you prepared to drive past here for the rest of your life and say, I wanted to be a part of that, but it was $10,000 too dear? At $3,490,000 against you, sir, it's against you. At $3,490,000. First call at $3,490,000. Second call at $3,490,000. For a $10,000 rise. You know, if you don't spend it now, we'll all pay it in tax. $3,490,000. Third and final call. Take a little 5. What do you think? Little 5,000. 3,490,000 bidding once, twice and 95 at 3,495,000. He thinks it only takes one to buy the property. 3,495,000 now. 3,495,000 bid with 3,495,000. First call at 3,495,000. Second call at 3,495,000. Mr. Armitage, what do we do? It's a tremendous offer, I think. At $3,495,000. Are you finished? Are you done? First call, second call, third and final call. All right, we'll go for the 2,500. 3,497,500. 3,497,500. 3,497,500 on bid and on offered, and here we go again for the 3 calls. First call, 3,497,500. Second call, third and final call. 2.5, anywhere in the crowd. At $3,497,500. Are you all silent? Are you all finished? For a $2,500 rise. Bidding, done, offered. Last call. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just take my instructions from my vendor. Please bear with me and hold on that bid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with a few budget constraints, I know there's an election coming up. So, I've been asked to try a little bit harder. But what I will tell you is that I'll call the property 3 times, and if the hammer falls, the property is sold. Simple as that. First call, 3,497,500. Second call. Third and final call. Are you all finished? Are you all done? What do we do, sir? 3,497,500. Here we go. First call, second call. $1,000 then. Rightio, here we go. We're getting down to $1,000 on a $3.5 million property, but gee whiz, who am I to knock back $1,000? 3,487,500. First call, second call, third and final call, $3,498,500. Bidding, done, finished. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot sell it at that price. My vendor's instructions are very, very clear. I'll have one last talk to him, because I know some of you have come from interstate and overseas. So, what do we do? Okay, you can't blame me for trying. Here we go. Everyone gets one last chance, and then it's all over. $3,498,500. First call, second call, instructions are clear. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I won't pass the property. I'll put it aside because we still have the opportunity to deal under the auction conditions until midnight tonight. Thank you so much for your bidding and competition. We will deal privately.
3.5.
Ah, so you've had that discussion. It's good to see you still holding hands too. Okay. You. Sir? It is on the market. It is on for sale. Confirm the bid, please. Confirm the bid, please. Rightio, here we go. First call, second call at $3,500,000. Third and final call, bid, offered, and no more. Sold! Congratulations, sir! Ladies and gentlemen, that completes our property auction. Thank you so much for being a part of it. And if you want the power of auction to work for you like it has for our vendors today, please don't hesitate to call West Farmers Landmark. My name's Leo Redden, and have a great afternoon, won't you?